sir.
There's one in the head.
Does your buddy have one as well?
It's guns in here.
All right, just hang tight right here for me. Let me clear this. I don't want any accidental fires.
There's no safety. You gotta take.
There's no safety.
Take
okay. Well, I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. I'm gonna just set this down right here. Dude, step out for me. Yes, sir. Place your hands behind your back for me. All right, right now you're just being detained. You're not under arrest.
Are you scared?
I'm gonna be at the church. All right, I appreciate you being cool, man. We're just gonna take a look at this information, make sure it's valid.
I ain't sure this.
Just take the step to the side for me.
T.I.'s worst nightmare might be about to explode right in front of him. After years of warning his son King Harris to pump the brakes before he threw it all away, the unthinkable is finally on the table. A judge could actually hit him with a 5-year prison sentence. 5 years locked up. And the wildest part? That's exactly what T.I. predicted back in 2022 if King didn't straighten up. Nobody can honestly say they're shocked, because if you've been watching King's moves, the warning signs were flashing in neon lights. From reckless driving to that infamous Waffle House fight to waving guns around in his music videos, this wasn't—
My son. Think I ain't spoke to my son. Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you goddamn keep shit up, his ass going to prison.
Then he wanna talk about some other like this being shit. This being shit. No, I'm being real. You lying. You lying. You over here flagging. You're cat. Don't be in this bitch.
Wait till I come back in the market late night, and then it's just you, and I slap you up. Yeah. You trying to act off, son? All like this in front of all your people. Tell your mama I said Happy Mother's Day, and then Karen in my face and shit. Like what?
Course in self-destruction. The 2024 arrest footage told the whole story, and it was ugly. He almost slammed into a cop car pulling out of a gas station, weed smoke rolling, a gun strapped to his hip, and that old 2022 warrant finally catching up to him. It was like every bad decision he ever made lined up to take him down in one night. But here's what really cuts deep. The timing. Just weeks before, King became a dad. He was posting about his newborn, dropping a song called Dear Son, and acting like he was ready to level up. Instead of bonding with his baby, he's staring down a courtroom that could snatch him away for half a decade. The downfall all traces back to October 2024, the day King officially crashed out. He pulled out of that gas station in his BMW and nearly smashed straight into a police cruiser. From there, it was game over. Officers smelled weed, spotted the gun on his hip, and already knew he wasn't walking away free. When they ran his name, it got worse. That open warrant from 2022 popped up. Back then, he got nailed for overspeeding, driving on a suspended license, and a DUI. Instead of handling it in court like anyone else, he let it sit, waiting like a trap. And in 2024, it snapped shut. The leaked arrest video went viral. First Badge Chronicles, then Vlad TV, nearly 30 minutes long. You see the whole thing. Cops pulling him out, taking the gun, cuffing him, patting him down, and loading him in the squad car. King didn't flip out, but you could see it on his face. He knew he was cooked. The officer even admitted afterward he was calm and cooperative. But calm or not, King was still hauled off to DeKalb County Jail before being transferred over to Pickens. In the blink of an eye, King went from flexing on Instagram to sitting in a cell while the internet watched and judged. And the part that burns the most? T.I. already called this years ago. Back in 2022, when King was just starting to spiral, T.I. hopped on Instagram and warned plain as day. If his son didn't slow down, prison was the only ending. And he wasn't just talking like a worried dad. He was talking like a man who had lived it himself. Some folks felt bad for T.I. because imagine watching the exact warning you gave your kid play out in real time. Still, the internet couldn't stop pointing out how right he was. T.I. called it. He knew the energy. He saw the spiral. But King didn't listen. And speaking of King not listening, who could forget the infamous Waffle House meltdown? Back in 2022, that moment had everybody side-eyeing him heavy, like, yep, he's headed down a bad road. The viral video showed King in a full-blown shouting match with Waffle House staff, chest puffed out like he had something to prove. But instead of looking tough, he looked spoiled and out of control. Even T.I. couldn't spin that. He went live later, admitting he was straight up baffled, wondering why his son even stopped what he was doing just to argue with a cook behind the counter. That was the first time people really thought, oh yeah, he's gone. But the Waffle House fiasco was just the warm-up. The gun situation took things to a whole other level. Remember when T.I. and Boozy had to step in and check their sons on camera? That clip went crazy online for a reason. King and Boozy's son, Tootie Raw, were shooting a music video, but instead of focusing on bars and beats, they turned the set into a prop war zone, flashing guns like it was a trap house. That's when the fathers had no choice but to intervene. You can literally hear T.I. telling them, "Why y'all even toting guns when you got girls right here?" Talk about love. From there, he launched into a full lecture, breaking down how one wrong move with a weapon or drugs could send them straight to prison. And the thing is, he wasn't even scolding hard, he was giving them the exact survival guide he wished he had followed. Fans praised both dads for stepping up instead of sitting back, but anyone watching could tell King wasn't really listening. He heard the words, but the message, it went in one ear and out the other. And just when people thought the music videos and temper tantrums were messy enough, King's personal life blew up too. When he popped out with his baby mama, a woman known as Big Nana, the gossip went crazy. Fans immediately started whispering about the age gap, calling her way older than him. Some swore she was only around for the money, others said she was chasing clout. Either way, the streets were talking, but King didn't care one bit. He doubled down. He threw her a full baby shower, blasted it all over social media, and bragged about their relationship like it was picture perfect. By November 2024, when their son was born, King was online every chance he got. He even dropped a track called Dear Son, pouring his heart out about stepping up as a father. One post read, November 5th, 8:09 a.m. Welcome King Jr. Time to take over. For a second, it almost looked like Fatherhood had flipped a switch, like maybe he was finally ready to grow up and change his path. Fans thought, okay, maybe this will humble him. But the timing couldn't have been worse. While King was posting baby pics and proud dad captions, that 30-minute arrest video was making the rounds online, reminding everyone that his new chapter came with old baggage he couldn't escape. T.I. tried to guide his son every step of the way, but when it's your own child sitting in a courtroom wearing shackles, that pain cuts deeper than anything. And if you've ever watched their podcast together, you already know their bond runs strong. Which is why this whole situation would break T.I. down even more. Man, that sting is real. And let's keep it real. It's not just hitting him as a father, it's hitting his image too. People already clown him online, saying he failed as a dad, that all the money and fame in the world couldn't stop King from spiraling. If King actually gets sentenced, those voices are only going to get louder. And the irony? T.I. has built his brand as the wise OG father who teaches lessons. But when the lesson doesn't land at home, critics are quick to call him out. Still, one thing about T.I., he's never hidden his love for King. No matter how messy it gets, he makes it clear he'll stand by his son. So you already know, even if he's disappointed, he'll be right there in that courtroom front row. Meanwhile, the internet had a field day once the arrest footage started circulating. The reactions were wild, some people cracking jokes, others low-key impressed, and a few just hoping King figures it out. One fan even said, King is enjoying every minute. He knows he might go viral, and I'm glad he was respectful. And you can see it in the video. Even while getting cuffed, King kept his cool, almost too calm, like he knew the cameras were rolling and he was serving up another clip for the blogs. Then came the crowd calling this his official street cred moment. Someone commented, that man finally got his street cred. He been telling y'all he outside, and that right there shows how twisted things have gotten. Instead of focusing on raising his newborn, people think King is chasing a jail record just to prove he's real. But it wasn't all hate. Some folks actually gave him grace. One person wrote, "He gonna be fine. He's been doing good since his son was born. So I'm wishing him blessings. He handled himself well." That's the flip side. the people hoping fatherhood really does anchor him, even if prison ends up being part of the lesson. For T.I. though, this feels like deja vu. The same system he once fought to escape now circling his son. And the worst part? Deep down, T.I. saw this coming. That's what makes it sting so much. This isn't just King Harris wilding for the blogs. This is a real courtroom, real charges, and a real chance at 5 years behind bars. If the judge makes that sentence official, King's story won't just be another viral moment. It'll be a life lesson branded into his future forever. So if you're keeping up with this saga, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because this story is far from over.